so much for joining me for this video. This is going to be a lot packed into one video. I've got a review, a tutorial, and a giveaway times 5. That's right, 5 people will win the Balm Voyage palette. This is the brand new holiday palette from the Balm. I was so excited when this came out and so happy that they generously offered to give away 5 of them. Now, if you want to win this palette, here's what you need to do. You need to be subscribed to this channel, which is youtube.com/EmilyNoel83. I would also ask that you subscribe to my new channel, which is youtube.com/BeautyBroadcastX. That's Beauty Broadcast Express. It's where I'm doing new reviews 5 days a week. Everything on that channel is just a quick review, like right around 3 or 4 minutes, and if you subscribe, you will get an update, you know, every day when there's a new one. And then under this video, submit a comment, and since this is the Balm Voyage palette, kind of vacation, holiday type themed, how about you tell me what is your dream vacation? Where would you go? What would you do? You can enter as many times as you want until the contest wraps up, which will be a week from today. That will be the 23rd of October at midnight. So you'll have that whole day as your last day to enter, and then the following day on Thursday, I will contact the winners through YouTube message. And I know this is the thing with giveaways, people will come up with like little scam names that are similar to mine. People will think I've told them they've won before the contest is up, and there's all that mass confusion. I will not contact anybody to tell them they've won this contest until it all wraps up, and it will only come from me. If you're in doubt, click the name and see where it takes you. If it takes you to my channel, it's coming from me. If it takes you to some random blank channel, it ain't me. But at that point, I'll contact you, you can give me your information, and I'll pass that along to the Balm because they will be sending these palettes out directly to the winners. I want to give you a review and show you some swatches, and then also show you just a little how-to on this eye look that I'm wearing today that I put together with this palette. So this palette costs $42.50 if you were to order it on the Balm's website. As you can see, it's a pretty large palette, you know, bigger than my face, but it is rather flat. It's got all kinds of cute little like old school pictures, almost like little bitty postcards, you know, from around the world. And here it says, amenities included 16 eyeshadows and 3 lip and cheek stains. So when you open it up, this is so cool. I get a kick out of this. Okay, the place where your mirror is, so where you will see your face, is right here, like on this passport picture. It says United States of America, and the name is Anita Vacation. And then we have all of your shadows. So 16 shadows here, and they're all numbered off kind of like your seat on a plane. So A4, B4, C4, you know. Then the lip and cheek stains come in at the bottom. This is much like the way the Balm Jovi was. They had this handy little flap here, so your cream products aren't getting, you know, little specks of powder in them as you use them. I think that's a super smart idea. And then right down at the bottom, you do get some color combo ideas, and they put those together like boarding passes. So they say Smoky in Shanghai, and then they give you like 4 shadows together there, Mauve in Montreal. So just to make it a little more user-friendly, I guess, if you need some ideas. And then for the stains here, they say second officer, first officer, and captain. I really love how large these eyeshadows are. I think that's an awesome value. Kind of reminds me of the size of the shadows in the Meet Matte Nude. Out of these 16 shadows, you've got 4 completely matte shades. But let's take a look at some pictures and swatches so you can really see what's in here. Going across the top, A4 is a shimmery black. That's the darkest shade in the kit. B4 is a shimmery brown. C4 is kind of a rusty reddish brown with sparkle. D4, we're looking at a nice deep army green, olive green type color. I really found the quality of these shadows to be consistent with other palettes from the Balm that I've used, like Nude Tude and Balm Jovi and stuff like that. Now that second row, you've got basically some neutrals, but they're a little bit lighter. A3 is a shimmery silver. B3 is a matte gray. C3 is like a matte light to medium brown color. D3 is a shimmery gold, but definitely not a brassy gold. It's kind of like more like a champagne with a little bit of gold in there. I was looking at some of the matte shades. I did want to see if any of them were the same as what's in the Meet Matte Nude, and from what I can tell, that B3 in that second row there, the matte gray, is kind of similar to Matte Abdul. here in the Meet Matte Nude palette, but not exactly. So that's the only one that really seems to be a close match there. Moving on to the next row, we've got some fun pops of color here. A2 is a shimmery purple. Love this shade. It reminds me a lot of the purple in the Maybelline Eye Studio Quad in Autumn Dream. So I love it when brands actually get the purple right. Sometimes purple, for whatever reason, turns out to be kind of a dud shade, but it's good in here. B2 is a shimmery mint green. C2 is a dark, kind of teal greenish blue color. D2 is a shimmery light pink. Now the bottom row is giving you kind of some lighter neutral options. A1 is like a rosy taupe shade, just gorgeous. If you love taupes, you would love this take on it. B1 is just a matte creamy shade, little bit of a pinkish undertone there. C1 is like a shimmery butter type color. It's just got a little bit of yellow in it. And then D1, definitely a lot of yellow clearly in that shade and some shimmer as well. In terms of my favorite shades out of the whole palette, I really enjoy C4 up here, which has a little bit of a reddish, rusty kind of tone to it. Love the two mattes that are in this center row. I think they're so wearable, so basic. That purple is stunning. The deep teal is a knockout, and I also love, like I said, that rosy taupe down there at the bottom. Now at the very bottom of this palette, you have 3 of the cheek and lip stains. So these can be used either way. I did use one on my cheeks today. I used Captain, so this is more of the pinky one, and I just used my e.l.f. small stipple brush. That is an awesome brush for cream products. Just went right in here and then just tapped it right on my cheeks, and that's all I have on. There's no shimmer in these particular shades, but I find when I use something like this, I do just get a little bit more of a glowy look on the cheeks just because it's not, you know, a powdery finish, but it definitely doesn't feel sticky or tacky. That is a total deal breaker for me with the cream products. I don't like for it to have sort of a tackiness or dewiness really on the skin because I feel like that really affects staying power. And on my lips, I'm wearing a little bit of Captain, which is the pink, and a little bit of Second Officer, which is the red. First Officer is probably the most opaque, the most richly colored of all 3. These two on the outside are a little bit sheer. They actually come off, you know, very similar to one another, but this one, for some reason, this kind of orangey coral really is intense. I just applied the shades with a lip brush. I do think these are effective as a stain, like really good staying power. If you're going to be drinking out of a cup, you know, you're still gonna have the color left on your lips, but don't count on these to be a real moisturizing product. In fact, after you know, wearing these for most of the day, I do kind of feel like maybe I need a balm over the top. Maybe I need just, you know, another lipstick or a gloss or something because the lips feel a bit dry with just this on there. So just a heads up there. Most people assume that's the kind of thing you're getting when we're talking about stains. For what you're getting, I think if you were to buy this for $42.50, I think that's an awesome value for this palette. You're getting shadows that are so large and you're getting 16 of them, and then you're getting 3 kind of extra bonus type products right down here. Same quality that I've come to expect from the Balm eyeshadows, a buttery texture, a really pigmented texture, a little bit goes a long way type of product. That's what these are. People ask a lot, does a shadow have fallout? You know, is it gonna fall down on my cheek as I apply it? With pretty much any shadow I use, I am totally in the habit of going into the product and then tapping off the excess because I find that it's better to be safe than sorry, you know, and it's just pretty much become routine for me. But I would definitely recommend doing that with shadows from the Balm. There are some of the shimmery shades in particular, like this pearly color here, this kind of yellow shimmery color, C4 up here that has a little bit of glitter in it as well. I would definitely be conscious of that. Know that when you put your brush in here, you don't need to be rubbing around and scrubbing on the product. Just tap your brush into it, get a little bit off, and then tap off the excess, just in case you got too much on there. That's just my rule of thumb with eyeshadows. I'm digging the mix of neutrals and colors, the mix of matte and shimmer I think is awesome. Love just the creative concept behind this whole palette. So if you want to see some of these shades in action, here's a quick eye tutorial on the look I'm wearing today. Okay, first off, I'm taking a little bit of this shade called D2, and it's kind of a pearly light pink color, and I'm going to take that right around my inner corner and also up onto about the inner half of my eyelid. Next, I'm taking C4. I'm going to overlap some of the lighter pink with this shade, and I'm going to apply this all over my lid. It really is kind of like a rusty, almost brownish red color. Next, I'm taking the matte teal shade in C2. It's a really dark teal. I'm going to pat a little bit of this right here on my outer corner. You can see that shade is just really popping. Even if you put it on top of something, it really shows up. I'm also going to flip my little brush around here. This is a Sonia Kashuk small shadow brush. And I'm just lightly working that shade into my outer corner and up into my crease. Next, I'm going to bring in a fluffy brush, nothing on it, but I'm just blending out the edge of that blue a little bit. Next, I'm going to kind of warm up this area right above the eye. You can see how I've brought in this reddish brown shade again. I'm using my E36, which is a really small, fluffy brush that allows me just the precision I want to get that shade right above the teal. Taking another bare brush and just going over the edge of that now. And I'm going to highlight the brow with B1. This is a matte shade that has a little bit of a pink undertone to it. And just go right up under the eyebrow. Underneath the eye, I'm going back to C2, this dark teal, and I'm gonna really connect this up with the teal that's right out there in the outer corner. And then I'm gonna pull it all the way to the inner corner. Then I'm going to go into this light mint green in B2. And that, I'm just going to put it here on the innermost part of my lower lash line. It just kind of brightens up what's going on here under the eye a bit. I'm doing some black liner right here on my inner rim. And then I'm taking my e.l.f. liquid liner in black across my upper lash line. At the end, I'm just winging it out a little bit. And I'm going back just under the wing with my smudge brush and that teal again, to give kind of a pretty effect there. Just really bringing the blue outward. Then I'm just going to finish things off with some mascara on my upper and lower lashes. I know I've packed a lot into this video, so I'll have all the giveaway specifics down below in the description box if you need to refer to anything. But again, just subscribe here, subscribe to Beauty Broadcast Express, and leave your comment, and you can consider yourself entered to win one of these palettes. Enter as much as you want through next week on the 23rd. It'll wrap up at midnight on that day, and then the following day I will contact the winner. Best of luck to everyone on the giveaway, and thanks so much for watching this video on the Balm's new palette, Balm Voyage, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.